So, this is our first try for this this thing that we're doing.
Well, let's yeah, words are kind of hard, as Eloise is experiencing. I'm thinking, welcome to Fill in the Blank, a show where we
fill in the void of your free time.
That's true. And I'm your host, Noah, and this is...
Eloise.
There we go. And Eloise, what's this?
Why are you the host?
Well, but I was meaning like we're your hosts, Noah and Eloise.
Yeah.
But
I
forgot to include you on that. It's okay. It's fine.
Just know, we're both the host.
Yeah, we're both hosting this show, Fill in the Blank. So today we're just what are we doing today, Eloise?
I just choked. So today we are talking about the best and worst classic movies out there in the genre of action.
And we've both compiled our lists.
I think first though, we need to talk about what is classic and what is action. That way people know what we're talking about.
Well, I have action as whatever Google said was action. And I also have classic in my mind is movies that are just like classics to me, not necessarily time-wise.
I see. Okay. Well, so originally when I Googled it, I wanted to know like the exact definition of classic. Just because I thought that would be helpful. It's actually not. That would mean that we'd have to go back to like the 60s.
Yeah, and that's dumb.
And that would be really, really boring. So, so my definition of classic is I decided to just go with a bunch of movies that Google said were classic action.
All right.
And then I am going to say whether or not I agree with that and why.
That's what I'm going to do for my worst classic movies. But for the best ones, I just picked my favorites.
Okay.
So you want to go first on your first best classic action movie?
A best? Well, let's see. See, I rated mine out of 10, each one.
Wait, you have 10?
No, I'm saying
okay.
I gave them a point 1 to 10.
Oh, okay.
And so they're not ones, like, it's not like this one's definitely good or this one's definitely bad. They've just got a rating.
Okay. What's your first one?
Okay, we'll just start down the list.
Yeah.
So, Indiana Jones is an action movie.
Right.
And I think most people would consider it classic.
Yes. Now, which one?
Now, that's the trick. The good one is the first one.
Yeah.
I don't like the one where they have the alien skulls.
That's the fourth one. And that one is
horrible.
Not classic.
That one, I'm going to say all Indiana Jones movies except that one is probably a 7 out of 10. That one is like a 2 out of 10.
Now, I've actually only seen Raiders of the Lost Ark and Last Crusade and Temple of the Crystal Skull. Or Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I've never seen Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom is really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Okay. That's going on our list.
Well, yeah, our list of movies to watch. So my first one was Raiders of the Lost Ark. So let's go. And yeah, I think because that one to me is super awesome. It has tons of great action sequences, and I like Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones. And that one scene where that guy does all the sword moves, and then he just takes his gun. Do you remember that one?
No.
That's the best one. That's the best scene. So, yeah, it's a good movie. Strongly recommend. Okay, you go again since that was my first one too.
So the next one, the very first and actually only time I saw it, I was up really late after doing tons of homework and was sick and also on medication. So my opinion might be a little affected by that.
All right.
But anyways, it's one that I think a lot of people like. It's the Terminator. So, thing is, the Terminator is one of those movies that when it came out, it was probably really cool. But now, I feel like I can only sarcastically like it.
Because of how dated the graphics are?
It's kind of just funny. Like, I was laughing the whole time. So, if I'm taking it seriously, I think it's a 4 out of 10.
But
I don't even think the storyline's good.
Okay, interesting.
You know how I feel about AI, though.
That's true. Eloise hates robot movies.
I don't like artificial intelligence movies.
I love them.
I think in real life, artificial intelligence, extremely interesting. In movies, they take it to weird places, and I don't like it.
Yeah. She doesn't like... What was the one that we saw that you hated?
It was one with Harrison Ford in it, right?
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
I didn't like Blade Runner, and that was a huge disappointment. I thought I was going to like it.
I thought it was pretty good. But, yeah, we probably won't watch the most recent one until Eloise... I'll watch it by myself.
Yeah. No, I can just have a alone time.
Alone time.
With Blade Runner, too.
So, my next movie... I'm going to move on to the next one. My next one is Rambo First Blood. Have you seen that one?
No. What is that?
Do you know? You don't know what Rambo is?
No.
Okay, Rambo is this...
Sounds like you're trying to say rainbow.
Rambo is this guy. So the movie is he is driving in his car and he goes past this sketchy town where in this town everybody knows everybody, right?
Okay.
And he's driving and the sheriff pulls him over and thinks that he's like a pothead or something. And tries to arrest him, okay? But Rambo suffers from PTSD from Vietnam. And so he sees, like, the sheriff, like, pull a gun or something. I don't remember exactly. But he freaks out, goes back in Nam in his head, basically, and he just kills everybody. And the end of the movie, like, it's so good.
Sounds horrible.
No, it's an amazing movie.
That sounds
especially
horrible.
Action movie. The storyline... is especially what is gripping. It's a gripping
What's
movie.
the actor that plays in that movie?
Sylvester Stallone is Rambo.
I think I know who that is. I have a face in my brain, but
I think he is.
not sure if I'm right.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Now that is Choice. That's a good movie. I like that one.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
That's
but
like
they
the
have
only
like
storyline is that he kills everyone. Great story.
no, but it's better. It's better than that because it says something about like his mental state. It's kind of interesting.
Okay.
I like it.
Have you been peeking at my list?
No, I haven't.
Interesting.
Okay, what's your next one? Have you been peeking at my list?
No.
Yes, you have. Yeah, she would only ask that.
I can't see that far, so I can't see what it says.
Okay.
But it did peak. Okay, so...
yeah, okay.
The next one I have is no secret that I like it, is Jurassic Park. Now, a lot of people say that only the first one is good and that all the ones after that weren't good. I disagree. The whole point of the movie is that at the end, they realize you can't cage that type of creature. That's what the movie's about. So, the complaint against the following movies is that the storyline didn't exactly move on. It's like the same thing, but a new story. Of course, that's the point.
Right.
So, I think they're good, and I rated especially like talking about the first one, 9 out of 10. Because the characters are good. The action is good. You can laugh a little bit, cry a little bit, get nervous. It's a good movie.
I've actually only seen parts of the first one.
What?
And then I've seen Jurassic World.
Oh my gosh.
But I haven't seen any of the others.
I recently just rewatched all of them. Like before we got married. So
Okay.
we'll have to wait a little bit, but then we can watch them all through.
Sounds like a plan.
They're good.
So my next one is the Jason Bourne series. Have you seen those?
Yes, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
So the premise is Jason Bourne, he loses his memory,
Oh yeah, no, I know.
and then he kicks everybody's butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Why is it good?
It has good fight sequences, action, story. It's a good movie, a good series in general.
I think Jason Bourne is silly because it's a ripoff of Jason Bond. They even have the same first name.
No, they don't. It's James Bond.
Oh, I'm an idiot. But still, it's like J and B, and they have really similar stories.
No, but Jason Bourne is...
Like if I was like in a doctor's office and one of them was playing on the TV, I would not be able to distinguish if it was Jason Bourne or James Bond.
This is a travesty. Jason Bourne is completely different than James Bond. James Bond is a secret agent from MI6.
That doesn't matter. I still wouldn't be able to distinguish.
No, but they're completely different. You're putting them in the same category when you shouldn't.
Okay.
They're different.
Maybe I just zone out when I watch them or something.
It's complex and they're fun.
I don't like them. Actually, to be honest, this whole video is going to be me saying I don't like a lot of movies because I don't like action movies.
And this is me just fanboying over a bunch of movies because I like a lot of these action movies.
Right. Here's what I feel about action movies. I feel like they're cheap entertainment. It's like when you want to eat food really fast, like fast food. It's like the fast food of entertainment. It really is.
I think that it depends on the action movie because you have like some of these movies like Raiders of the Lost. All the ones I've listed so far are really good storylines too.
I disagree
but then
on
you
some
think,
of those.
But then you think of but you haven't seen some of them.
Yes, I have.
Have you seen all of the Jason Bourne series?
Yeah, my dad loved them.
Recently?
Not recently.
Okay.
But why would I watch it again if
And
I
you
didn't
haven't seen
like it?
you haven't seen Rambo. But okay, that's an aside. But what was I saying?
I don't know.
I was saying something about storylines. Oh yeah, like think of like an action movie like Transformers that has no storyline and it's dumb.
Actually, Transformers does have a storyline.
But it's bad.
Well.
And then you compare Transformers to one of these movies and you're like, oh my gosh, these movies are so much better.
I thought you said boobies.
No. Not yet. Your go.
Okay.
I think.
So the next one I have.
How many do you have on your list?
I have 8.
Wait, total?
Yes.
Of good movies too?
No, yeah, that's a mixture. 8 total.
Oh, okay. Cool. I have 5 good movies and 4 bad movies.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next one I have not watched all the way through because I can't handle it.
Which one?
Jaws.
Oh, I haven't seen that one either.
So little backstory. I'm terrified of sharks for no reason. I've only been in the presence of a shark one time and it wasn't scary. So I don't know why I have a fear of sharks, but I do. And the Jaws movie, I like saw it in passing, like somebody was watching it at their house and I like walked past and I was like had nightmares about it for weeks. I was like a teenager.
My mom can't even get in the deep end of a pool because she's scared of sharks.
Well,
I know you
feel
don't
her.
have that. Yeah, but yeah, I haven't seen that movie and because I like sharks and I don't want to be scared of them.
Well, basically, it's just this one shark. Have you been recording?
Yeah.
Okay, what?
I just thought of some other movies I have to include just now.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, anyways, but it's basically just one shark, and he gets a taste for blood or something.
Yeah.
Then he starts eating everybody, and they try and kill it, but he keeps eating everybody. It's kind of ridiculous, too, because sharks don't do that.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
I don't know what you're saying when you say that.
That's from Jaws.
See, I've not seen the whole thing. I only saw a couple scenes. But anyways.
And is that on your best ones?
No, I have not.
Oh.
I told you, I'm not doing best and
Oh,
worst.
you're ranking them. Okay. That's
So
what I mean.
my ranking for this one is 3 out of 10. Because the storyline's boring. It's almost like documentary boring. And it's terrifying and traumatizing. Like, after that movie, I was scared of the ocean. So, I rate it a 3 out of 10.
Understandable.
It is considered action and classic, though.
Yeah, it definitely hits all the marks. My next movie is, we just talked about Jason Bourne. Now we're talking about James Bond, Casino Royale. Amazing movie.
I
Easily
actually
9
like
out of
that
10.
one.
Yes, right? That
Well,
story's good too.
it also has one of my favorite actresses, and I don't remember names, but you know who I'm talking about.
The Bond girl in
Yeah.
that movie? Yeah,
She's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah. That one is, I think, my favorite James Bond movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best one. All right,
Okay.
your turn.
My next one is a little bit controversial. Just because no one agrees. Hunger Games.
Did you say bad or good?
I am not saying if it's bad or good.
Okay.
I'm rating them.
No, yeah, what's your rating, though?
Well, I'm going to explain first.
Okay.
So, lots of people say it's great, especially when it first came out as a book. People were like, this is amazing. You need to read it. This is what's going to happen to West Virginia. Okay, well, obviously that's not true. But it's interesting, story-wise. Very interesting. And it was so interesting that people copied it many, many times afterwards.
It did spark there was like Hunger Games and Divergent,
Yeah.
and blah, blah, blah. Then
By the way, Divergent is just a version of Hunger Games.
yeah, it's almost the same movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's what is the downfall of Hunger Games. Hunger Games would have been good if all the copycats hadn't ruined it.
Yeah. And Hunger Games, though, isn't even a novel idea. It's
Right.
literally, have you heard of the movie Battle Royale?
No, I've heard of the game.
No, it's a Japanese movie called Battle Royale, which
No.
all of these, everybody drops into a map and then they kill each other until there's one standing. All of those are based off of Battle Royale, the movie.
Okay.
So, fun fact about Battle Royale movies.
Well, so I'm rating Hunger Games a 5 out of 10 because on its own, it's good. Amongst all the other copycats, it's bad. It's like, well, I've seen this a million times. Now I know exactly what's
Just
going to happen.
Oversaturated. I haven't seen any of the sequels. I've only seen the first Hunger Games.
You're good right there.
But I did see it twice on the same day in theaters.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
maybe a little less.
The first one is the best one, and you don't need to see the rest.
All right, well, sweet. It looks like I'm good on that series. My next one, okay, this is my last of my good movies. And then I'll preface the rest later.
Okay.
But the last one for classic, this action movie is the most recent, I think, on my whole series or on my whole list. But when I Googled classic, it says classic, and I had to agree. The Dark Knight, the second Batman film in the Christopher Nolan series.
Okay.
Have you seen that one?
I'm pretty sure.
That one's really
What
good.
was the bad guy?
Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, where Heath Ledger.
This is
went
the
like-
really, really dark one.
Yeah, because I have like the iconic scene with the Joker. And he's like, "You want to see a magic trick?" And then he has the pencil. So, classic. It's really good.
I like that movie, but I cannot watch it on a full stomach.
I remember watching it for the first time in theaters with my dad, and my heart was beating the whole time. And Dad gets out of the movie, he's like, "Yo, that should have been rated R." I was like, "Yeah, I could see that."
Was your heart beating because you were nervous he was uncomfortable?
No, my heart was beating because that movie in theaters is a roller coaster.
Oh, okay.
It's so much fun. It's a good movie. Yeah.
I always hate watching movies with my parents that have like curse words in them or sex scenes or nudity of any kind, because then you're like, everyone's wondering if the other person is uncomfortable, and it just makes it 10 times worse.
I think the best thing to do then is just to start cheering for what you're watching on the screen.
Okay.
Make it even more uncomfortable. Turn it into a joke.
Yeah. Okay.
Your go.
Okay. My phone screen turned off, and I really have to burp.
Don't burp in the mic.
Okay. So the next one is the original True Grit.
I haven't seen that one.
That is a really good movie. I have it rated as a 10 out of 10 because it's probably one of my favorite movies. The theme of the movie is super deep. So, like, the more you think about it, the better it is.
Yeah.
It's one of those. And the actors in it are impeccable. And, you know, it's old Western, which will always make you feel cozy and, like, you know, it's just a nice thing. And you just love it. So I think, like, and True Grit is one of those stories that no matter how many times you watch it, it's good. You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I can't relate to it because I've never seen True Grit.
Okay.
But I'm sure that you're right.
It's a good movie. The original. I've not seen the remake.
I heard the remake was good too.
I heard that too, but
Yeah.
I've not seen it.
Alrighty. So
I'm partial to the original.
I have now we're into when I Googled to do some research on the worst classic action movies of all time. There was this big list of 100 of the worst action movies. I was like, thankfully I hadn't seen most of them, but then I saw a few that I just could not believe were on this list.
Interesting.
The first being Agent Cody Banks 2 Destination London. How was that one on there? I remember watching that as a kid being like, Agent Cody Banks 2, I can mess with that. That's good. Also, fun fact about Agent Cody Banks 2 is I entered this contest and won some spy gear because I sent in my proof of purchase of the movie, and they were like, oh, wow, you won the contest, and they gave me this cool safe. That was really awesome.
Interesting.
So I don't know how they could say that was the worst action movie.
Well, I don't think it's bad because it's meant for children.
Yeah.
If it weren't, then it would be bad.
And I still have that song stuck in my head that whenever I hear Destination London, I'm like, Destination London. And I still can hear that song in my head. So it must have done something right.
I don't remember that song.
Yeah, that's in the movie.
Have you ever seen Big Fat Liar?
No.
It's along the same lines of that style of movie, and I love it. I always have.
All right, your go.
Okay. So the next one I have is Spider-Man 2.
Which one? The Amazing Spider-Man 2 or just normal Spider-Man 2?
The one with, you know, the street walk dance scene.
No, that's Spider-Man 3.
That's Spider-Man 2. Look it up.
No, you look it up.
I did look it up. Look it up again.
The one where he does the finger guns?
I am looking it up.
Spider-Man 3.
I'm looking it up. I'm pretty sure it's Spider-Man 2.
It's because he gets his confidence because he put on the Venom suit, which is in Spider-Man 3.
Okay, I'm looking it up.
Spider-Man 2 is the one with Doc Ock. I know my superhero movies.
I'm looking it up right now. Yep, it is. Okay. I looked it up before this and I got Spider-Man 2. So
No, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a really, really bad movie.
okay, but so correction. The one where he does the awkward finger gun dance scene down the street. That movie, when I was little, I actually loved that movie.
Yeah.
Probably because I was little and I thought Spider-Man was cute. But nowadays, if I were to watch it, I don't think I'd like it as much. So I'm giving it half and half, 50%, 5 out of 10.
All right. Yeah, I think that movie suffers from too many villains and bad writing for Tobey Maguire's character. But yeah, I would agree about 5 out of 10. Oh yeah, my next one. Yeah, Spider-Man 3, that scene is butt. That scene is so bad.
I went back and watched it as an adult, and I actually could not complete the scene. I was cringing so hard I had to turn it off.
So, then another worst action movie. Some of these are just literally blinded by nostalgia because they were my action movies when I was a kid. So I remember seeing Spy Kids 3D, the original Ready Player One, in theaters. And I thought that was the jam.
Yes, Spy Kids, first of all, just the Spy Kids movies in general, amazing.
I'm pretty sure Elijah Wood was in that one too.
Number 1 is my favorite, but the 3D one where they're in the game, pretty cool.
Yeah, the original Ready Player One, starring Elijah Wood.
Which I think is better than the actual Ready Player One.
It might be, actually.
I was
Sadly.
definitely more excited to see it.
So, and I thought, so that was one of the first 3D movies that I've seen too.
Yeah.
And so, because that was that started the big, massive 3D trend in my eyes of like all these 3D kid movies coming out.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. It's coming right at you. I remember the scene where like Carmen, the girl, like reaches out. And it's like she's reaching out like to grab my face.
Yeah. That was actually the first 3D movie that I remember.
Yeah, so we have the same first 3D movie.
Yeah.
How could that be the worst? One of the worst action movies.
Yeah. Once again, meant for children.
Yeah, blinded by nostalgia.
So if it wasn't meant for children, it would be bad. But because it's meant for children, it's fine.
Yeah, it's not the worst. It's all right. I wouldn't. That's my thing. I wouldn't say it's the worst action movie.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, what's your next?
Oh, are you? Oh, okay.
Because you got one more than I do.
Okay, yeah. This is another one that I was like, I don't remember anything about, but I do remember the actress in that movie is like, little Noah had a big old crush on her. Zoom, starring Tim Allen, and the girl from House of Cards. That was a movie right there.
Everything you said just now was foreign language to me.
Really?
I've never heard of House of Cards. Zoom.
The movie House of
Tim
Cards.
Allen.
And you've never seen Zoom.
Mm-mm.
Zoom is a story. It's basically Fantastic Four knockoff with teens, where like one of them the girl turns invisible or something. I don't know. It's literally just a dumb superhero movie.
Okay.
But I wouldn't consider it the worst. And you don't know who Tim Allen is?
No.
Wild Hogs, Tim Allen. From Wild Hogs?
Nope.
From Home Improvement?
Nope. I don't know who Tim Allen is.
That's unfortunate. All right, your turn.
Okay. This is my very last one on my list. It's a kicker. It's Karate Kid.
That's funny.
Yeah, so Karate Kid, I had not seen it until I was probably 12. And so that was like the prime time to see it though, because it's really relatable to a 12-year-old. Are you talking
about the old version, right?
The very first Karate Kid.
Good.
And it's amazing, and I think it's a great movie. I've only ever seen the first one. I can't rate the subsequent Karate Kids because I never seen them. So, but I rate it an 8 out of 10 because I thought it was great. I would watch it again. And yeah.
Have you seen the stuff online about the blonde kid that he beats in the finals being the actual protagonist of the movie?
No, I don't want this movie ruined.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to read because it's obviously not true, but they have a pretty good argument for why he's the actual hero of the movie. It's kind of funny. But yeah. Anyways, moving on. So my last movie actually is, I think, the worst action movie of all time.
Okay.
Beowulf.
I have never seen it.
It is so bad.
I've never even heard of it.
You don't know? You've never seen Beowulf?
No.
Or read it? And you're a fantasy person?
Yeah, I've never seen it. If it's bad, that's probably why I've never seen it.
Well, yeah, the movie's atrocious, but it's like an old kind of story.
Okay, well, Beowulf is an ancient story.
Right. Where he fights, what's the thing? It starts with the G, like not Gilgamesh, the Gring, he fights some goblin thing.
Okay.
And then, but in the movie, there's animated, it's all like super bad CGI, and then Angelina Jolie shows up, and yeah, that's what I remember from that movie. But, and those of you who've seen that movie know what I'm talking about. But
wait, what?
anyways, the rest of the movie is just bad. It's not a good movie. Don't watch it. Worst action movie of all time.
Interesting.
I think it's really bad.
When was it filmed?
I want to say it came out when I was like in middle school. I was probably like 8th grade.
So this was
maybe
like
younger.
2010.
Maybe like 08 is what I want to say. Yeah, I would say it came out about then. And I was like, ooh, that looks cool, like watching the previews. And then I was like, ugh, that's actually a really bad movie. When I actually watched it in 12th grade English class was when I watched it.
Interesting.
In a class full of people with Angelina Jolie. That was not good.
So is she naked or something?
She's mostly naked in that movie,
okay.
I think. I don't remember all of it, but it's not even real naked. It's animated naked.
Really?
Yes.
What?
It's even worse,
Why would
I
you
think.
do that?
Yeah, I think it's even worse. So, yeah, that concludes my list. So,
I think what would be interesting now is if you were to create an action film, what would be the premise?
me?
Yeah.
I would make it, I don't know, because I like those kind of adventure films, do you remember when we watched Tintin?
Yeah.
That was an amazing film. I probably should have put it on my favorite ones, but I didn't think it was classic enough.
Right.
So, like, an adventure
Most
type
people
of movie.
have only seen Tintin once and probably don't remember.
So, like, Tintin, Indiana Jones, those kind of movies, like, if I was to make, like, an Uncharted movie, like, that...
You're not giving me a premise.
Yeah, treasure hunting. Oh, Sahara is one of my favorite action movies. I forgot to talk about Sahara. I like Sahara, too. But it's not... I don't think it's necessarily classic.
I think what I ended up deciding classic meant for me was something I would watch more than once and enjoy.
Yeah, I think, but I would make it a treasure hunting kind of movie, I think.
Treasure hunting. So would your main character be male or female?
Male.
Action movies with male leads are generally better.
Because especially when you think of treasure hunting action movie, then I only think of Tomb Raider with Lara Croft. Isn't there a movie coming out with her?
I don't know.
I feel like there's a new Tomb Raider movie coming out.
I feel like it too,
Or it came
because
out.
they have been advertising that a lot.
I want to watch it.
I've not seen the original ones.
No, you don't have to watch. No, because Tomb Raider is from a video game. So
No,
the
there
old
is a
ones-
Tomb Raider movie.
Yeah, but the old ones are bad.
Oh, okay.
Because most video game movies back in the day are really bad. But I am super excited for
What do you
Detective
mean
Pikachu.
video game movies?
Movies based off of video games. Like Street Fighter. The Mario Brothers movie.
No, but you're talking about the new Pikachu movie?
Yeah, the Detective Pikachu movie.
That looks really good.
It looks freaking awesome. I'm excited for that one. Not sponsored, but I would be gladly sponsored by Detective Pikachu.
I don't think people get sponsored by movies.
Yeah, but we can start that. Okay, but I said what my premise would be. What would your action movie premise be?
Action movie premise is really hard to decide when you don't like action movies. Generally, okay, so one that I didn't list, but I would put on here is The Goonies. You've never seen it. We need to do that. But it's basically these kids, and they're gonna have to leave the house that they live in because their dad cannot pay the rent. Well, they're real concerned about it, and they hear about hidden treasure, and they go hunting for it.
Yeah.
And they do find it.
So it's a treasure hunting movie.
Right. But Let's see. I like the ones where the main character learned something about themselves along the way, or learned something about like Jurassic Park. They learn that you can't cage those creatures. They can't be maintained. They're gonna continually change. So like I like movies like that where the ending is not, oh my gosh, everyone's dead and I just now saw a lot of action and I'm not sure what it meant. I don't like those. I like the ones where you're like, oh, that meant something.
Right.
You know? So probably my premise would be treasure hunting, because it's always fun.
With a strong character arc for the main character.
Right. Yeah. And I would like to switch it up with a girl lead.
I feel like we should make some action movies.
I feel like action movies are some of the highest budget movies. And if they aren't, they're bad.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah. Speaking of bad action movies, forgot to put on my list Sharknado 1 through 6 now. Impeccable.
Oh, okay. You said speaking of bad movies, and then said it was.
Yeah,
impeccable.
they're bad, but they're really great at the same time. So,
okay.
Is there anything else that before we wrap this episode of?
Fill in the blank.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
Well, let's talk about the future of this show a little bit.
Okay, let's take that away for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what's happening. You're making it. I don't see. Your boy forgot to buy another pop filter, so yeah, that's gonna be fine. That's bad. Yeah.
So, the future is, here's what we're aiming at. If you like to talk about random stuff or listen to people talk about random stuff, so basically fill in the blank, continue watching this show. We've got some really good ideas up our brain sleeves, and what we also want is next time we do this, it's going to actually be streamed live.
Yeah, hopefully.
So check that out when we stream it, and also get on there so you can make comments, because we want to do something special with the comments.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. Also, if you're watching this in the future on YouTube, comment your favorite and least favorite action movies.
And whether or not you agree with us, especially if you disagree.
Dun dun dun.
But
still like it if you disagree.
I want to hear why you think I'm wrong.
Yeah, we're gonna get downvoted into oblivion.
No,
I was kidding.
I want you to thumbs up. But I want you to also tell me why I'm wrong in the comments.
All right. So, we should come up with a really fun outro. I said a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Thanks for watching the show.
This is really bad.
Okay. All right. Well, see you guys later. Deuces.